Welcome back to Shakes's YouTube channel. New viewers, please subscribe, and I recommend you guys to comment, share, like, and click the notification bell so that you don't miss any new video that I upload on this YouTube channel. And today we are going to look at another gate, which is an OR gate, if not mistaken. OR gate, yeah. Let's look at an OR gate. And an OR gate I see is 7432, and its symbol is just like that. And the truth table is, if we have a 0 or a 1, we get a 1. If we have a 0 or a 0, we get a let me start a 0 and a 0. Since it's an OR gate, we are saying a 0 or a 0, we get a 0. A 0 or a 1, we get a 1. A 1 or a 0, we get a 1. A 1 or a 1, we get a 1. And then these two inputs are getting through pin number 1 and pin number 2 for output that goes out through pin number 3. And then pin number 4 and 5 are inputs for output that goes through pin number 6. Pin number 7 becomes our ground. Pin number 8 becomes output for input that's getting through pin number 8 and 9 and 10. Sorry. So output for pin number 8 is coming from inputs pin 9 and pin 10. Pin number 11 is output for input getting through pin number 12 and pin number 13, and VCC goes to our 5 volts power supply. So without wasting time, let's get into the lab and have some practice. Right, so goodbye, let's meet in the lab. Right, so we have done a practical on an AND gate, which has got this serial number that we can read from there, 7408, and these are the connections that we did. And now we don't want to remove these connections, but we just want to have a look at another gate which takes in two inputs. And the gate that we're going to look at is an OR gate. An OR gate. So an OR gate, its IC number is 7432. So we look at 7432. Where to get it? There. 7432, and it's in front. Alright, 7432. Is it this one? Let me check on the camera. Is it really 7432? Alright, I think we will see it. Alright, 7432. You can see from there. Let me try to, yeah. You can see 74LS32N, meaning to say that's the one that we're looking for. And then we make sure that we have our groove facing upwards, and then we put it in between, we put it where we have that groove. So I will try to have it connected. You see, it might give you these challenges. Alright, so you just have to make sure that it's in. Sometimes it becomes a problem.
So I need to have a skill on how to press it in without harming any of these devices. Alright, it's becoming a problem for me, so let me try to have it in like that. Right, I think it's in now. Oh, I've caused a problem on the other pin, so let me. Right, I think it's in now. Press it in. Yes, right, it's in now, and it's 74LS32, which is an OR gate. So an OR gate, it accepts two inputs. So input 1, input 2, output, input 1, input 2, output, ground. Input 1, input 2, output, input 1, input 2, output, and then ground. And then we go the other side. Right. We say VCC, input 1, input 2, output, input 1, input 2, output. Right, so we start by putting our, connecting our power, which we put ground there, and maybe this time we may take our ground from there. Let me just take ground from here, from the other pin, there, ground, and then get VCC, which is 5 volts, and then put 5 volts there. So instead of maybe putting direct here, I know that this is 5 volts, I can still put it there, because this is going to 5 volts, this one is going to 5 volts, which is that one. So I'm getting it over there, and I'm getting 5 volts from here, and then 5 volts to that. And then ground, I'm taking it from that side, so that you can observe that these two pins, these two connectors are going to the same source. Right, so I say input 1 goes to maybe switch 0, and then input 2 goes to switch number 0. Right, and then my output. So let me just change. I know that this one fits more to these pins, so this pin is going to be our output. I'm going to connect it here on pin number 3. Right, so I take my 5 volts, so I'm using this now. I've connected that as before. Right, so I have two inputs, going to these two inputs, and then output, which is this one, is going to that, and I can now switch it on. Right, so these two are controlled by an AND gate IC, which is that one, and which is 7408, and here I now have an OR gate, meaning to say an OR gate, if we have a 0 and a 0 like what we have here, we have 0 and a 0, our output is going to be a 0 here. If we have a 1 and a 0, it becomes a high there. If we have a 0 and a 0, we have a 1 and a 0, it becomes a 1, or it becomes a high. Now we are seeing the application of, we are seeing the practical implementation of an IC OR gate. So you can see that with an OR gate, whenever we have a 1, it's going to switch on. But with an AND gate, whenever we have a 0, is definitely going to be a 0, and it switches on only when we have both ones. So that's it for the AND gate, for the OR gate rather. Thank you very much for being patient and getting through to this practical of an OR gate IC.
All right, please subscribe, comment, share, like, and click on the notification bell so that you don't miss out the stuff that I upload on this YouTube channel. Goodbye.